Hello Fannie Lou parents, I'm hoping that you're doing great. I'm sharing this video with a lot of information. I have spoken with some of you today and yesterday, and I noticed that there are similar questions, so please take a time to check out this video. And as always, if you need to get back to me or you have further questions, you know how to reach me either by email or by phone. Thank you. Bye.
So then let me just go over the first question because everything is connected to what we're looking at. So the first parent is asking, what is the work that my child is supposed to be doing? So for that, it's important to make sure that your child is logging into their email account, their Fannie Lou email account. So for that, your child needs to know their username and their password. And every student in our school has an email account. If by any chance your child says that that your child doesn't have any password, that forgot the password, whatever it is, please make sure that you're reaching out to me so I can reach out to our school principal in case we need to reset the password. Okay? So then how can you know if your child is doing the work or not? So basically, once your child is connected to their or it's signing to their email accounts, you would see something like this where you can compose an emails, information, emails, and you need to click here. When you click here, you're gonna see some additional apps from Google, and your child needs to go to classrooms. Once your child is in the classrooms, you're gonna see something like this. It's not gonna be the same, of course, because I'm not a student, I'm staff, but you're gonna see that you're gonna have different rectangles for each class that your child has. So right now we see 2, but you're probably gonna see more than 5, depending on how many classes your child is taking. But almost all everybody in our school are taking the same amount of is taking the same amount of classes. So we have math, we have ELA, we have social studies, we have science, we have PE, we have art. Sixth graders are now they're taking theater. Seventh graders are now they're taking Spanish. So most likely you will see 7 or 8 of these, and that means that each of these rectangles is a class, and it's a class that your child needs to get in, and the way your child gets in is by double clicking. So what you're seeing here is that class. You see here in the upper part of your screen um, different options. You have the option of stream, classroom, people. I guess you can see who is in the class, and you're gonna be able to see, I guess, your grades. And if you don't have this, it's because probably I'm viewing this as a teacher, not as a student. Um, Inside the tab classroom, you're going to be able to see what's the work that your child needs to do weekly, daily, bi-weekly. That depends on the teacher. So that's why it's very important to keep checking your classroom at least once a day. As you can see in this math class 803, from an 8th grade teacher, you will be able to see the work, extra credit, things that the teacher is posting, so you can understand a little bit more about it, and then some important information. Right now it's empty, but I'm sure once the teacher upload information, it's gonna go here. And also, if you go to streams, you will see that the teacher is writing information and it's writing some recommendations and some instructions. It's very important that your child is always reading this part, because here you're going to see from day one what are the instructions, what are the things that your child needs to do. Every teacher is writing specific instructions for their classes, so please don't expect that this is exactly what every class would look like. However, yes, it's important that you make sure that your child is reading what he or she is supposed to read, and it's doing the work before the deadline, of course, because there are different deadlines. I know that for this week, most of the classes are gonna ask students to finish their work probably at the end of the week. So there's like a flexible deadline, but probably in a couple of weeks, teachers are gonna start asking students to turn in projects during at a specific time or day. So that's why it's important for you to be informed and make sure that your child is doing what they're supposed to do. So, with that being said, it's also important to understand that your child has the option at this time to work at his or her own pace. That doesn't not mean that your child should wait the last minute to do their work. No, there should be some sort of guidelines and some sort of schedule and routine. And I'm asking that because that's the only way that your child will be able to manage the flow of work effectively and in a time that will help your child complete work and turn in work. So for this reason, I would recommend that you're always monitoring what are the things that he needs to do on daily basis. Make sure that your child has an agenda where he or she can write what are the things that they need to turn in today, tomorrow, in a week or so. So everything is well organized. Also, please remember that since we're saying that your child will be able to work at their own pace, there's not such as a specific time that your child needs to log into their Google Classroom. Although, please remember that in the future, teachers might be asking students to log in at a specific times because they're gonna have a live. Might have a live session. Um, so yes, be mindful that for now there's no requirement to log in at a specific time, but yes, be mindful that in the future your child might be requested to log into the computer at a specific time. And this is something the teachers will ask for the entire class because they want to do a live session so they can do class discussion. So the last question that I have from a parent is what class should be done first, what work should be done second, and at what time my child can take a break. So I can't. I'm trying to see if I can pull this a little up so you can see the word, but I don't see that as an option. But that is the last question. So again, like we're saying, your child is working at their own pace. There's no requirement to do one class specifically at a specific time, but it's important that your child is always checking their emails, they're always checking their classwork, their Google class, I'm sorry, um, and also in contact with their teachers, because if they have some questions that you don't know, that's why I'm creating this newsletter where I share with you so you can see what's the work that your child uh, what your child needs to do, but also being able to get in touch with teachers in case you need to ask a specific question, right? So for instance, we have developed these yellow pages, Fannie Lou yellow pages, where you can see where what's the schedule of the teachers, and also you can see their email addresses. Here you can see the email addresses of including like our guidance counselors, our family support, and also we have put some suggestions on how to create like a nice routine at home so you can make sure that your child is doing um, certain things effectively. Also, we have added some resources, academic resources for your child, important information about internet, because I know some of you are still struggling in accessing a good company to get internet. It's a big issue, and we're trying to work as fast as possible to provide you the most up-to-date information of on who is coming to the Bronx to give internet either for free or low cost internet. Also, food resources where you can pick up breakfast, lunch, and dinner for your children, for your child. And here are the locations, the days, and time. So basically, this is going to start going out every week, so you can also make sure that you have the information. This is gonna remain permanently, where you can see the everything that you need to know, and it's always available for you. And I'm also gonna start posting questions, although you're not able to see here, but in the email that I shared with you, you can read the questions, but I answer pretty much everything that parents have asked today and also yesterday. Please make sure that your child is always checking their email accounts, they're always checking Google Classroom. Please make sure that if you have any questions, you can email me or email the teacher. If you want to email me as well, you can do so, so I can also be on the loop, so I can follow up with you if there's further questions. Make sure that whenever you want to reach out to a teacher, you're mindful that they have different schedules and they are available during specific times. Online, remember, this is online help or support, so maybe as a parent ask, you would like to create a schedule where at the time the math teacher is available, your child is also practicing math. So if your child have any issues or any questions, you know that your child or you can reach out to the math teachers and they will be there to answer any questions. So I'm hoping that this was useful. I'm very happy to be in contact with you. Please don't forget to write me an email or call me if you have any other questions. Okay, so thank you so much and we'll be in touch. Bye bye.